So today we're going to be doing some more meal prep. I have some ideas for some delicious dinners that I am going to, well, lunches and dinners that I'm going to be making for the rest of the week to get us through till Easter. Now tonight doesn't count. I actually have a super simple, really delicious cream cheese salmon tortilla thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to show you that a little bit later just because I'm so anxious to try it. And anyway, I'm going to be making a shrimp quinoa bowl, and I'm also going to be doing a turkey taco bowl. So we're going to do a couple of those things. I'm going to do the shrimp bowl this morning just because I've got about an hour. I can work on that before the grandkids get here. Then I'm going to work on the turkey bowls later tonight because I've got quite a bit of turkey that I found on sale at Aldi, which I need to let thaw out. So anyway, I thought you might enjoy just seeing one of the milkshakes that I make for myself in the morning. It's really good and healthy, and here we go. So it's very hard to go wrong with a smoothie in the mornings. You know, it's just, they're actually quite healthy. You're getting all kinds of stuff in them that have protein and fruit and yogurt. That's how I make mine. So I'm using some 30-calorie vanilla almond milk, and to that I'm going to be adding some strawberries. I actually just got these over at Aldi, and so I'm going to put about 5 or 6 of those in. Now berries are really one of the healthiest ways that you can put a smoothie together. Now I'm not putting both cottage cheese and yogurt in my smoothie, but I just wanted to show you I either use a fat-free cottage cheese or I use a homemade yogurt. Today I'm using the yogurt because I've got quite a few I made up this weekend. So I'm going to just add that into the mix. Now this is actually a non-fat yogurt. I thickened it up a little bit more by using some chia seeds. I'm going to put a little bit of monk fruit sweetener in there, like maybe almost a little under a tablespoon. I'm going to put about 1/3 cup of oats in, and these are just regular rolled oats. And then I also put 1 scoop of this Naked Whey ISO protein. I really like this Naked Whey. It doesn't have all the ingredients that many other protein powders have. It's just very natural. I'm going to link it in my description below if you'd ever like to try it. And that's it. I usually top it off with a little bit of almond milk just so I go to the fill line. This is just a handheld Ninja blender that I use. It works really good. And I'm just going to hit the smoothie button. When it stops making any noise, it's all done. I just turn the off button, the little green button, to off, and just take my smoothie out. Look at that. The perfect smoothie, and these are delicious. Perfect. It's going to be super filling. It'll get me through till lunchtime easily. All right, so I'm going to start off today by roasting, and I'm not going to roast. I'm actually going to put some of this asparagus in my microwave Sistema Steamer. I've already washed these. And all I'm going to do is just cut them up into little bite-sized pieces. I'm going to put these in here, and I'm just going to steam them. I usually steam like broccoli and cauliflower for probably about 8 minutes. Today I'm going to do this about 4. It's just to get it steamed enough because we will microwave them later when we eat them. Make sure that the button's up, put it in the microwave for 4 minutes. All right, I'm going to start off by sauteing some of these onions in about a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I'm going to be adding some garlic. Put a little bit of onion in here. This is going to be one of the easiest meal preps ever because I've already got some cooked shrimp I've got some rice. I was gonna do quinoa, but I decided to do some riced cauliflower and some rice because it was already cooked from earlier in the week. I froze it. And so I'm gonna show you an easy way to do a meal prep for the week. All right, now I'm gonna add my shrimp. These are already cooked. All I wanna do is heat them up. And I'm going to add my garlic as well. I've got 3 cloves of garlic and I've got some lemon juice. I basically want to use about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And if you've ever had the taste of lemon and garlic and shrimp and onions, it's a wonderful flavor. All right, so I'm going to set aside my shrimp. I've got some asparagus cooked, and I'm also going to be using some riced cauliflower, so I'll have plenty of vegetables. All right, so we're going to start off with a cup of cauliflower rice. To that, I'm going to be adding a half a cup of white rice. You could use brown rice if you prefer. This was frozen, so I'm just going to put it in here the best I can. That. I'm also going to be adding some asparagus to this. And I'm going to add some shrimp. Now I want to zero this out because I need 5 ounces of shrimp. And in all honesty, this isn't going to be too much shrimp, too much cooked shrimp. Now when I serve this, I'm just going to throw it in the microwave, but I am going to serve it with some lemon wedges. I can't really do that with them being frozen, but this is my first meal. So the next thing I'm going to do is get my cream cheese and salmon mixture put together. Now this is from a company called FISHWIFE. This salmon, it's called a smoked salmon with Sichuan chili crisp. It's that fly by Jing, and this stuff is so good. Anyway, they sent me a packet of 3 to try it out, so I'm gonna let you know what I think. So one of my favorite ways to make salmon when I'm having some kind of a smoked salmon or something like that is to add it to cream cheese and either put it on bagels or wraps, or even those Wassa crackers are really delicious. Now I'm actually out of those, darn, but I think I do have some protein tortillas that I think I'm going to use tonight with dinner. So let me show you how this salmon looks. I wish you could smell it and taste it. It is so good. So I'm using an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. I've got my canned tin of salmon here. Ooh, can't wait. So I've softened this cream cheese. Got it nice and soft and ready for the salmon. You may not be able to smell it, but you can definitely see it. Look at this. Ah. This stuff is so good. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in and I use the skin and everything. That's where a lot of your nutrients come from. I'm just going to put all that in there. I don't want to lose any. And this is a nice fatty fish. It's just so good. Now, if you prefer to use a food processor or a mixer or something like that, you go ahead. Let's give this delicious. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I will see you after the grandkids leave. We'll get our turkey bowls going. My goal was to get 10 meals put together today. I've got 4 down, 1 for tonight, probably a couple nights. So maybe lunch tomorrow. All right, everybody, I'll see you in a little while. So I'm going to start off by cooking up my ground turkey, and this didn't take very long at all. I also added some taco seasoning mix. I opted for the low sodium because that's typically what I use. And this is just the kind you buy at the grocery store. I got all of that stirred up together. I put in a little bit of water just to make sure that it made the perfect taco seasoning. And then I just, spooned it into a bowl so that it cooled off and cooked the rest of my meat. So for dinner tonight, I made a couple of nice salads. I'm gonna take this delicious, I don't know what you call it, but my salmon, I'm gonna put it on some of these wasa crisps. I didn't have any, but my husband picked some up on the way home. So these are the way I really prefer to eat these more than anything. They're just, I can't explain it. They're really good with this kind of thing. They don't have any extra flavoring or anything they add to it. It just makes it a really good, you really taste what it is that you're trying to put on the cracker. And I am just gonna serve these right on the salad. And that's dinner. Delicious. All right, we're gonna have dinner real quick, and then I will be sitting down and showing you how, well, I won't be sitting, but I'll be showing you how I put these turkey bowls together for my meal prep, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Well, dinner was delicious. That is really good, that smoked salmon, and it's by a company called FISHWIFE. I'm gonna put a link to their description down below. If you're interested, check them out. They also have a really good smoked trout that I like. So let's get started on our turkey bowls. I'm probably not gonna be using up all this turkey. I'm probably gonna be putting some of it in a plastic bag and freezing it, and then taking it out and finishing some bowls in a week or two. Just because I've already got 4 of the shrimp bowls, and I don't want to have too much in the refrigerator that doesn't get eaten. So I'm going to put 5 ounces of turkey in my bowl. We're going to start off with a bowl with a cup of our cauliflower rice. And then I've also got a half a cup of regular white rice that I'm also going to be putting in the bowls. I'm going to be putting some black beans in here. So I'm going to be putting 1/4 of a cup of black beans in here for some extra fiber. And then we're going to measure out our taco seasoning. We want to put 5 ounces of taco meat right on top. And then I'm also going to be putting some salsa on here. Now, when it's time to make these bowls up, all we're gonna do is put some yogurt on these, some tomatoes, some onions if desired, and just a little bit of shredded lettuce, and our dinner will be ready. So this is just some homemade salsa that I made, and this is the first bowl done. So not only did I get all of these taco meals prepped and my shrimp bowls for today, I also have a big bag of taco meat that's already cooked and prepared for when I make meal prep at a later date. So this will make it really easy later down the road. So I'm gonna save my instructions on how to put the bowl together with the lettuce and the different items, and I'll just put them somewhere close here. When I have these taco bowls, I'll pull them out. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it motivated you or inspired you to come up with some ideas for meal planning. And I'll leave the description below. I'll leave the recipe for the taco bowls and the shrimp bowls. If you're interested, give them a try, make them. I think they're gonna be good. So have a good night, everybody. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.